You're watching Morning Mix, and we have a very special guest who represented South Carolina on the national stage at Miss America last month. Not only did she make it into the top 11, but she's also an inspiration to many in our community as a native of Edgefield. Our accomplished Miss South Carolina, Davis Wash, joins us in the studio this morning. Davis, congratulations on your accomplishment.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. Can you talk to me about how it felt to represent South Carolina at Miss America and make it into the top 11?
Truly one of the most humbling and exciting experiences that I have had in my life so far. It's always a little girl's dream to go and compete at Miss America. I remember sitting and watching it growing up on my grandmother's floor, and to be standing on that stage surrounded by women across our country was truly incredible. And to represent a state that holds such a dear spot in my heart, but more than that, to represent Edgefield was really, really special.
Now, what was the hardest part of preparing for Miss America, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Yeah. Balancing all the moving parts is probably the hardest part. You know, you have to make sure you're staying physically fit. You have to make sure the wardrobe's perfect, while also balancing your community service initiative and make sure you're putting the time that deserves in. So balancing all those moving parts was tough, but standing on that stage made every single second of it worth it.
Now, talk to us about the feeling when they call the top 11. I've competed before, so I know they always play this really daunting music.
Why do they do that?
When they're calling the top 11. Talk to me about how it felt when you heard your name called.
I was called relatively early on, praise the Lord, because I was standing there. I mean, trembling would be like an understatement for what I was, because of course you are proud of yourself for how you represented your state throughout the week, but you never know how Miss America is going to go, and you never know if you've connected with that panel of judges. So that moment getting called, and I remember running over to my other sisters, and it was just truly an incredible, surreal moment that I hope I never forget in my life.
Now, you mentioned your sisters. During your time competing, you met a lot of incredible women from across the country. How did these connections influence your personal and professional growth?
I actually just got back from Alabama, seeing all of them for the first time again, which was incredible. But professionally, of course, you're inspired by these women that are advocates and leaders and passionate people in their communities. So being around young women that are making an impact and making that change every day in their state, it makes you come home and want to do even more. And personally, I came home with, I think, a lot of bridesmaids in the future.
Now, as Miss South Carolina, you've had the chance to advocate for causes that are important to you. Can you tell us about your platform, why you chose it, and why it's close to your heart?
Yeah, the Silent Victims is rooted in me guiding and empowering youth of incarcerated parents. I saw that there was a gap in the system and no one was talking about this group that was really left in the shadows. And as Miss South Carolina, I knew that I wanted to talk and speak and work towards something that needed reform, that needed an advocate. And I know that my work with them is something that will hopefully live on for a lot longer. I've partnered with some incredible nonprofits. Riley's Readers in South Carolina is a really cool nonprofit that I've had the opportunity to work with, as well as Proverbs 22:6 and Beauty Marks for Girls. They all work in tandem to make sure that I'm pushing a narrative that I'm proud of.
That's awesome. Now that Miss America competition is behind you, I'm sure things have slowed down a lot, but you still have things in store. What's next on your journey? Do you have any upcoming projects or goals that you're excited to pursue before you give up your title?
Yeah. Well, my main goal right now is preparing to give up my title in June of Miss South Carolina, and I am recruiting girls as hard as I can to give them the opportunity that I've had. I have won almost $90,000 in scholarship funds because of the Miss America opportunity. So trying to find the next woman that's going to get that opportunity and represent our state is top of mind to me right now. And I have a few other things that I'm working on in the background, so we'll see where we go from there.
Exciting. Now, for those women who are interested in competing in the Miss America opportunity for Miss South Carolina, what advice do you have for them as they prepare to go on this journey?
Something that I learned even after I became Miss South Carolina and prepping for Miss America was the beauty in being authentic and the beauty in showing every side and aspect of you. So to any young girl, this goes in pageantry and just in life in general, but showing every facet of who you are is what makes you the woman that people want in a room.
That's awesome. Now, Davis, let everybody know where we can follow you and keep up with you for the rest of your reign.
I absolutely will. Davis Wash is my personal handle, and Miss America SC is where you can follow everything I do as Miss South Carolina. So
awesome. Congratulations again, and we wish you the best of luck on the rest of your reign.
Thank you so much.